Yeah, it's a joke that just...
Sound like an old white guy.
And we are live from the Brojo.
Was it the fucking intro?
It was.
It is now.
For the episode of the Roshan Bros News.
So not the echo, you sound gay.
Sorry.
It was just like the same volume like 5 times.
News. And I'm Kien, and I'm here with...
Max Skilly.
Dreaming.
It says right guy.
Oh, does he now?
Your boy right guy here.
Yeah, I missed
He's
it.
not Arnold
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger.
I want to kill myself.
So Gil?
Gil?
And Kermit the Frog.
And we are also here with...
Sluggo.
What?
Sluggo.
Who's that? What?
I don't know who Sluggo is.
That's not like... You're talking about like the guy who sings like It Wasn't Me, right?
I don't
That
know.
literally does not sound like... It'd be like...
I don't fucking know,
Yeah.
man.
What?
You said it wasn't me.
Yeah.
And Nate.
Yeah. Actually, he's Santa. He's
Rasta Claus.
Rasta Claus.
You guys still haven't watched that video.
Just
so.
for today, he's Rasta
Yeah.
Claus.
Well,
Because
Rasta Claus.
Terrible.
So yeah, this is our Christmas extravaganza.
And I'm John Dean.
And John Dean.
Do you want to hug it out?
No.
You want to hug it in?
About me.
Sorry, it's John Dean.
Literally like 90% of the
When you
comedy
introduced
on this.
yourself.
I agree with
I'm
that.
the other 9%. You guys are just like lackluster.
What are you talking about, 9%? You tell terrible jokes.
But it's still comedy.
Yeah, but now we don't have like you don't have Ryan to like be your proof that you're 90% of the comedy.
No, I got the audience.
Read
All
the
two
comment.
of them.
I'm
Read
sure
the
that
comments,
I'm
damn
sure
it.
That they're laughing when they're not hating me for all my other opinions.
I was about to be like,
I mean, that's how it was for
I feel
like, when I was
it's
listening.
like 50-50.
Yeah, I was gonna
there's
say
probably,
Eli comes in with those dark horse jokes most
I
of the
feel
time.
like there's like some people that are like, hey, that John Dean guy's funny, and then like the rest of them are like, that John Dean guy called me fucking stupid because I can't fucking type.
I mean, it's more their fault for being stupid. And not
You
learning to
illiterate
type.
fucks.
I can't wait till our best of 2017 next week just to like
So
have
that we
you.
can talk about the time that I got mad because everybody that comments on shit is fucking illiterate.
I mean,
I'm not illiterate. I just have fat thumbs and they don't type right.
I mean, I
See,
put
that's a genuine excuse.
I put your
That
little
one,
comments
why not?
last week up top there too, with your little fisting.
Oh,
Speed
speed
fisting.
fisting.
Yeah, no, and like so.
It's an important topic.
It's nice to have Nathan back though. Like Nathan is like, is it cool if I come back? I could have been like, no, fuck you. Why
And
would I
I
have
would have
you?
just stayed home.
And you wouldn't have gotten your
Yeah,
Twix.
you would have like, yeah, and I wouldn't have gotten like. So the internet.
Let's be honest, Kien, you're desperate.
Oh boy.
Damn.
And then Nathan's just too good for us, but he doesn't know it.
He's gonna go
No,
start
it's
his own
not- it's not-
podcast.
It's
I don't
it's
have
nice.
recording equipment.
It's nice to have Nathan here.
I
Like,
do.
yeah, you guys can. He wants to start Midwest
I gotta
Dinner
get
with
the
John
website
Dean.
fucking done first,
Yeah.
and that's like the big hurdle because I know nothing about starting a website.
Yeah.
So.
So like Google it.
Probably just look it up, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just buy a
could.
domain.
So you're-
domain for
Well,
that.
I
Well, no,
do.
you were
I
talking
have a
about, like-
domain name already. It's just
Oh.
that like I have to set up the website
Yeah, you were
for
talking
an
about
RSS feed.
mean, I
Yeah,
know
they told
like
me how to do that.
HTML coding if you wanted.
I mean, I don't know anything about websiting or anything.
They taught me to do RSS feed in fucking middle school. I'm
See,
sure
we
you can learn it.
Didn't.
Yeah, our school did not allow us to.
We didn't do
They
anything.
give us a computer
like
in
that.
6th grade.
Literally.
We had to
from-
wait
They
until
didn't
high
start the-
school.
they didn't start the 1-1 program for HMS till after I graduated.
Yeah.
1-1 program.
That's what they called it when they handed out laptops to all the
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Can't have
same
been
here.
that many of
Yeah.
you. Had to be 1-to-1 already.
No. You don't understand. As far as when me and John were at that school, the computers we got were these shitty fucking little MacBooks that all came on a cart. Like it was
Yeah,
like a
we had
battery
those too.
cart. Yeah, but we didn't have our own. Like
No, they gave us our own once we hit middle school. Like it started like the year I hit 6th grade though.
Oh, see, but you're like 4 years younger than us.
What I'm saying
Yeah.
is like
He's alive.
A little
we
more
didn't
than that.
we
Yeah,
didn't
he's-
do anything with websiting in high school, and I never learned it outside of that.
We're not a very tech-heavy school.
I could probably help you with that actually if you
I'd
want.
be cool with that sometime.
All right.
So
Like
what
I
do-
have a domain name and everything already, and I have a name for the podcast. I just haven't got the website set up.
Cool.
And I don't want to start the podcast till I have everything set up.
So, what have you guys been up to?
Well, I watched that movie Bright.
Yeah, okay, Jay and I watched that movie
Yeah, we
Bright
did
too.
too.
And
It
what
was
did you think about
interesting.
that?
I mean, I think it was a solid premise. I don't think the execution was quite on point. I think that some of the ways that the movie itself is shot is kind of jarring at times. Because you can't really always tell, like, what's going on. There's, like, a lot of weird shit. Like, I'm not spoiling anything by bringing this up. But there's, like, a scene where they're basically, like, wrestling with a car.
Yeah.
Wait, are they actually wrestling with the car, or are they
Pretty
just trying to
much.
stop it from
Like,
moving?
the car is literally, like, pinning a dude up.
The car wins every time.
Yeah, it's like pinning the dude up between. There's some shelf racking in like a convenience store, in between the guy and the car.
Oh,
and
yeah,
the
yeah,
other side of
yeah.
the guy is just the wall, and the car's like doing burnouts against this racking, against the guy in the racking, and like it's not killing him.
Rack.
Like literally, like if. And then it like goes over and hits an orc into the fucking freezers, which is fine because he's an orc. You could say that he could survive being hit by a car because he's an orc. But the other guy's just a regular fucking dude. And the car is like literally doing burnouts against him and wall.
Right. So, car hit the orc and the orc went flying?
Yeah,
I don't
like
comprehend this, so hold on.
the car like drove into the orc.
But how big is this car?
It's a regular car.
Orcs
The
are
orcs
pretty
are just
sturdy.
the size of regular people in
Oh, what the
this.
fuck? Okay.
Yeah, they're not like huge or anything.
Yeah, okay.
But you can tell which ones are
But
like
they're
human.
stronger
Yeah.
because earlier on in the film you can see like an orc lifting up a pickup. Like
So,
not
but
like
then-
all the way up, but like he's lifting the front end of it up,
Oh, okay.
which is the heavy part of a pickup anyways. So.
But they're like super slow or something? Like you can
Yeah.
just get out of the way?
They are slow.
No, they're just like regular people, just stronger.
They're a little
That's
bit
pretty
like
legit.
you remember they brought up like orcs can't jump very high and shit.
Well,
like that.
yeah, but I mean, they could literally just be classified as like regular white people then.
So white people can't jump, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
because they're not
much.
in the NBA either. I get you. Yeah.
Except that there are a decent
Not
amount of
white
white
people in the NBA. Yeah.
And the ones that are can jump like
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could probably jump over.
But like I don't know. I didn't mind it for what it was. I thought it was interesting.
I don't know. Netflix hyped it up a lot, and
Is it on Netflix?
Yes.
yeah, it's a Netflix movie, so
It's
You
interesting.
said it was light?
Right.
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 Yeah.
I'll probably check it out
It is a
tonight.
really interesting premise, and I wouldn't call it a bad movie. It's just kind of full of like holes and inconsistencies and such.
Right.
Oh,
Light bright, making
That's
things with light.
kind of exactly how I felt
God
about
damn it.
Suicide Squad, so I
But
understand
yeah,
that.
but I mean, if
Same
you just
director.
if you just
Oh,
go into
go
it,
figure.
if you just go into it being like, hey, Will Smith is in this movie,
Oh,
then you'll be fine.
man. It's another
That's
Will
exactly
Smith
that
movie
was
starring
Suicide
Will Smith,
Squad.
huh?
Yeah.
Is he an orc?
No,
Oh.
he's a person.
He's just Will
who
Smith.
works with an orc.
He's just Will Smith.
Is he
being
the
Will
normal
Smith.
dude that gets hit by the car?
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's Will Smith.
The plot armor is strong with this one.
There's a couple weird faces that he makes in that movie too that really bother me.
I mean,
Like,
have you
there's-
seen Hancock?
Yeah,
So
like there's
I
one.
like Hancock.
There's
though.
a scene where he's like looking up at like a really bright light,
OJ, you
and
like
his face
cock,
is just so
period.
derpy.
I don't.
Like I just want to screenshot it and save it and keep it forever.
You should next time.
What have you been up to, Eli?
South Park.
Yeah, it's South Park.
what year are you up to? You were in 2003 last week.
So it's like George Zimmerman.
Oh God.
Zimmerman trials.
2013.
So yeah, we discovered that was like 2013. That was up to 2007.
Yeah, because you said you watched the Thanksgiving episode, or not the Thanksgiving episode. That's the one with the Game of Thrones episode.
Nothing alike.
We know.
Yeah.
The only reason that I remember that is because it's like a three-parter, like the Thanksgiving episode that came out a while
But no,
back.
it's season 17, I think.
But yeah, I love that.
That is
Close
the
to the
Thanksgiving
end.
episode you think because they're doing Black Friday. Because the only
Yeah,
other
it's
yeah,
Black
it's Black
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, 'cause
But
the only-
Thanksgiving episode that I'm thinking about is the one with the Indians.
yeah, that's only a one part.
No, that's multiple parts.
It's one. The
Yeah,
only
it is.
no, the only two ones are Imagination Land
It's
and
multiple parts because I remember it like being over the course of like 2 days.
really because I
Yeah.
thought it was that's the one where they parodied Thor, right?
No,
Okay, no, sorry, that's a different one. I like that one. That was one of my
There's only
favorite
like
parodies.
hundreds of
it's the one where like Either the Indians or the Pilgrims are from outer space. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Where they parodied
Pretty Thor. It was
Is
one
it?
episode. Yeah.
No, that's not one episode.
No, it was
I know
one
it's not
episode. Pretty positive it was one episode.
It might have been 2.
I'm pretty sure it was 2 because it
Okay.
was like a Thanksgiving special.
Oh.
No, the only ones I remember is Imagination Land,
Oh.
Cthulhu things.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Game of Thrones ones.
And the Game of Thrones. was
and I know there's more than
Imagination
that,
Land
too.
was one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Jesus
Yeah.
shooting a xenomorph is my favorite
The
thing.
Game
in
of
the world.
Thrones one is pretty good
I
too.
really enjoyed the Black Hawk Down, like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Santa and Jesus team up with AKs, just fucking kill everybody. Fantastic.
I think again, seriously, my favorite part of the Black Friday one is that like George R. R. Martin apparently has like love of phallic stuff, and he's like riding a horse. He's like, I chose the best mode of transportation, a horse. It's just his dick just hanging out. Like, so what have you been up to, Nathan?
Fucking working mostly. Watched the new. Still trying to keep up with Marvel Runaways. That they had a new episode come out this week, but
How do
Not
you
worth
feel?
watching.
I like it.
I enjoy it. And actually, the new episode that they came out with is they're starting to actually like discover their powers and do some like real-ish
Are
things.
they gonna run away soon? Because like that's what I'm hoping for.
I
still need to watch the
I
Defenders.
don't think
but
that
I
they
heard didn't
actually
defend
run
anything.
away. Like the Runaways is like kind of a misleading title. I think
Right.
it has more to do with like
the
a
people.
group
Yeah,
that was called
that's
the Runaways.
you see, and that's the thing with the comics compared to this is like the comics they literally run away first issue from their family. This one, the Runaways are the people that like the main bad guys take and like they say they ran away.
Yeah.
So I think that's my only problem with it. But like I enjoy it for what it is. Like I said, fucking Gert and Ars and Old Lace, Velociraptor. Yeah,
I'm interested to see more of the Velociraptor.
I am too. Like,
As an actual Velociraptor.
yeah, with like
Yeah.
with a septum piercing.
Yeah, it's all like fucking Jurassic World shit. They like remade it.
Okay.
And it looks realer than the Jurassic World shit, in my opinion.
I enjoyed Jurassic World.
I did too.
I thought it was okay. But what have you been up to, Zach?
I've just been working.
Okay, Gil.
That's pretty much it.
Wanted to kill myself.
Well, I got a yard side fucking Twix bar. Thank you, everyone. It's amazing.
Even though Hale's the only one that got you.
Hale is the only one that I know of. I'm
This is
begging.
You're
It's not
just being a
Christmas yet.
cop.
I just assumed you were
let
going
it
to
be.
end up with like 5 yards of Twix.
I'm hoping
kind of
by
expected
I'm
that.
expecting that by Christmas. I have told like 10 people. Hale was one of them. Hale got me one. I'm expecting at least 2 more.
I just
All-
stopped at 2 gas
Don't be-
stations for that, by the way, because the
don't-
first one I stopped at was sold out.
You are a trash person. Just
Where did
be
you
happy
go
with what you
to
have.
find them?
Casey's.
Oh, they're just
Yeah,
at
they
Casey's.
were.
Casey's
Yeah,
is
they
the
were.
Like
They're
every
at Walmart
Casey's.
too.
So
aren't
I
they?
could just
Yeah.
go down the street to this Casey's and I could probably
If you
find
would
one.
like
Yeah,
to,
it's
like I
like
said,
18
like help.
bucks.
Like I want to start a GoFundMe for yard size Twix bars to fill up
You
a
could
football field.
literally just like get them at Walmart too.
I
Yeah,
could,
you
but then I'd have to pay for it myself, and then people.
See, I just don't buy people stuff.
The only thing about that is that would be like $2,000 worth of yard-sized Twix bars to fill
Right.
a football field, and that seems.
See, and on the bright side, this is our impromptu Christmas episode. but we
Well,
also,
Friendsmas.
I mean, it wouldn't quite be
Let's not call it
$2,000.
All right,
Well, maybe
but,
yeah,
but we
tax.
do have
close.
Yeah,
have
it'd be
something.
really close. If
we have
not
no,
over.
something. We have something nice to say to 2 of the people here.
You can go suck a dick.
Happy
birthday
to you.
Alright, I'm done with this.
Happy
birthday
to you.
It's not even my birthday.
Dear Gil and Eli.
Early birthday to
Happy
Gil.
birthday to you. So it is Gil's birthday isn't until tomorrow, but it is Eli's birthday today. And
Yeah, fuck you, Gil.
the thing about
It's
Eli,
my day.
the thing about Eli is that like now he can like say he's a real adult, and it's okay for
No,
him
he
to look
can't,
like he's
'cause he
30.
likes the prequels.
I was gonna say he can't because he's not 21 and can't.
Yeah,
legally
that's what I
drink.
was gonna say.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can still get you stuff.
That's alright, you have to be 25 to rent a car.
Yeah, that's true.
Cut out about
I got
half.
1 more. I got 6 more months.
Neat. When's your birthday?
Actually, 7 more months. July. On
Oh,
July
okay.
5th.
Okay, I'm June 24th. We're
Okay.
actually really close.
Yeah. But like, yeah, no, I'm pretty. It's nice. Like Gil's turning 22,
I got,
so
20 days.
yeah. well,
22, we
fuck,
already
no one
jammed
cares
out to that
right
Taylor
now.
Swift
It's-
song.
Figures.
It's not your birthday right now, John. Stop stealing other people's
Fine.
shit.
Birthdays are lame anyways. Who wants to get older?
Yeah,
I
that's a
do.
good point.
Yeah.
I mean, I already look like I'm 30. So
Well,
Yeah.
I'd still
You
rather.
kind of do.
I'd like to have the age to match that.
I kind of want to get older.
I'm a little-
That way you have more certainty in the fact that you're going to die.
I think
God
stopping
damn
at
it.
22 would be perfect.
Unfortunately, Gil, you can rest with 100% certainty that you are going to die. 'Cause you don't really
See,
know
and on the bright side, we did play Taylor Swift's 22 for Gil.
You are
Yeah.
fine.
And it was a good
And he
time.
really
I
hates
forgot you
Taylor
are
Swift.
22.
Yeah,
Not
and
yet.
do you feel 22?
How does one feel
Are
How
you
does one
feeling
feel
22?
How does one feel 22?
Let
You know,
us
I'm
know.
gonna take you up on your offer for those scissors.
Yeah, exactly. Thought you were too good for the scissors.
Remember, it's, what is it, up the street,
Street.
not across the road?
Oh God, no!
Well, I mean, it depends on what you want, to die or
Attention, yeah.
Yeah, like if Family Guy would make yells when Peter's like, I'm gonna kill myself, and he's like, how do I do it?
Meg, how do I kill myself?
Is it up the street or down? Do you want to die or do you want to do it for attention? No, like I said, like my thing is I'm just like I said, I got the yard size choice bars. I don't know about you guys, but like for me, Christmas is kind of hectic. Work wise, like everyone just like tomorrow's gonna suck because everyone's gonna come in and be like, I forgot to go get something for
Wait,
my.
people shop for Christmas?
Yeah, it's weird
Yeah.
how that works. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know. I'm kind of excited. This is like gonna be my first day off in like 4 months. So
Yay!
pretty
I,
hyped up for that.
I assumed everybody just ordered online at this point.
Right. Well, see, I did, and I ordered something online like 4 days ago, and it's not going to come in for someone. So I have to do a 2-part present, and that makes me feel weird.
Amazon Prime.
I did have Prime, but the person didn't like take it, put it in, like send it out in time.
Oh.
So
Why didn't you go through a company that would guarantee the delivery?
I
That's
don't
on
know.
you.
Amazon should. Like, you get Amazon Prime, you usually get, like, guaranteed.
yeah,
delivery
usually,
days.
but like this was like one of those
Third
things.
party
Where,
seller.
yeah, it wasn't from the Amazon CLLC. It was from the like.
Probably
the,
means you're gonna get hacked. Just in time for Christmas.
If you use your debit card, yeah, probably.
yeah, I used my credit card this time. I'm sick and tired of my card.
Either
being,
that, or
like,
he's going to
compromised.
get a horse full of cocaine.
My card has never been compromised.
If you use your debit card on Amazon, there's a good chance it could happen.
Mostly
Unless
with
you have a
third
debit
party,
card
no.
with a chip on it.
Yeah, I have a
Oh,
chip
I
on
do.
my debit.
Yeah, then
card.
you should be fine.
But like my thing,
That's the thing is like a lot of debit cards don't have chips, and people don't realize that that can get
Fucking
hacked
send
online
me a
pretty
new
easy.
one because of that.
Yeah.
I'm still like really weirded out by like, if there is a horse full of cocaine, I am not gonna like that is gonna be the worst Christmas party ever.
Are you
I-
kidding me? It's a horse full of cocaine.
It's
Yeah,
like
like
the
a
best
reverse
Christmas
list.
party
Yeah.
ever.
There's like gonna be little kids in the fucking.
So
Good.
what?
What do you think the song "I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas" is about?
It's not about snow.
Maybe
Okay.
not
It's about
cocaine.
Irving Berlin.
Tell them to buckle up, because they're going on
Christmas.
one hell of a ride.
I just, oh man, I don't know.
Or trip, if you would prefer.
Yeah, I
I
just.
think you should say trip so that they can't confuse you for a pedophile.
Oh.
right. Oh, right. No, like that's the thing. Like, and
I'm dreaming of a Kevin Spacey Christmas.
Oh my God.
let's all
Kevin
just.
Spacey Christmas special coming to an ABC channel near you.
I'm so really glad I haven't heard any like male like actors or like celebrities singing "Baby It's Cold Outside" because
I
man,
don't want to hear anybody sing that song.
because it's date rapey.
Well,
Oh
yeah,
man,
pretty
so
much.
that actually reminds me. Another show that I've watched, and we just finished watching season 4 of The Ranch.
Yeah.
And
Jenny
Danny
Masterson,
Masterson
yeah.
actually just got pulled from The Ranch because of sexual harassment
Mhm.
allegations.
Oh yeah, we did talk about
But
this.
in season 4, there's this one where he's hitting on this girl, and because of the allegations, it just makes the whole scene. just,
Oh,
like,
because she's
weird.
underage and he gives her a drink.
No,
Is
well,
that
no,
that?
there's
There's
that
that scene.
But then there's past that. There's this meteorologist chick, and he keeps like saying that keeps hinting that he wants to have sex with her, and she's like just like is subtly like declining. He's like, but that's not a no. So
Yeah.
you didn't say no, so that's
Oh,
like the whole time he's just like that's not a no.
that's not good.
Like
So-
it was.
Oh, that's fucked up. So how many Christmases do you guys have, anyways?
One.
Let's check it out, man.
Two.
Well, you have this
This
one.
is Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, you have one.
This is
Oh, then four.
weekly
Piece of shit.
podcasting that just so happened to be on the weekend of Christmas. Stop touching me.
I ship it.
I'll
Gil.
touch you more.
All right, that's fine.
I mean, it is his birthday. You should be touching him too.
No, his birthday's not till tomorrow.
But
Whatever.
like, how many Christmases do you have, Gil? Counting this one.
Well, define Christmas.
Are you
'cause
and Brady
Navidad.
gonna celebrate
Yeah,
it?
how many Navidads do you have?
That's racist. That's racist.
Yeah. How many Feliz Navidads do you have? You can't just not wish him a happy Christmas because he's brown.
Yes, how many happy Christmases do you have, Gil?
If you mean gift exchanges, technically, yeah, this one. One at home, and more than likely one over at Brady's in my place.
Okay.
It was almost just Brady.
Jay, do you just have you just have my family's Christmas you're going to?
I'm debating whether I have to go to my parents or not. I'm
Okay.
thinking of a lie. I'm saying why I'm not.
Okay.
But,
Like, I mean,
no.
you like my mom literally still invited you. She,
Yeah, I'm gonna go to your guys' Christmas.
Tell them you
palace.
are hungover AF. There you
Yeah.
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 go. Specify that. 'cause
How
I
many,
feel
like,
your
Eli,
mom-
you had like 6 Thanksgivings, so how many Christmases do you have?
Just 2.
Just 2? Okay. You have, like, do you have just your girlfriends and then...
We already did that.
You
so
did
then
that,
this
okay.
one, and then I'm going to my parents' place, and we're going to get her family's place. So 4, I
4,
guess.
okay.
5, whatever.
I think, then I have 3. Like, counting this, I have 3. I have ours, my family's,
And another
I guess counting this, I have 3.
yeah, and another family's Christmas.
Katie's.
Just another family's Christmas.
I know, I'm just saying.
Friends' Christmas.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So, I actually would...
Voice crack. You're going to puberty, Kien.
Yes.
It's a magical
It's a family Christmas.
Your body will change. You're becoming a man.
Okay, we're just
It's
gonna...
anyone's family.
my penis.
So this is what coming out.
That'll be fine. She doesn't listen unless she's in it.
Oh,
That's
that's weird, 'cause I'm the
narcissistic.
opposite. I like listen if I'm not in it. When I was in it, I was
Listen.
already here for the
Yeah, so
conversation.
you do, yeah. Yeah, she don't like that I know of. So, this will be a test.
Probably tune into the Friendsmas one.
Stop calling it Friendsmas. That is horrible. It
Fuck
doesn't
off.
work.
You call it Friendsgiving. I'm
Friendsmas
calling it
works.
Friendsmas.
Yeah, but that's because it works.
Christmas works?
Goddamn,
You cock?
got it.
What?
Not really.
How does it not?
Yeah, you did.
That transition.
Friendsmas?
Christmas? Because you know there's a T
What
there.
about Bromus?
Fine. FriendsNavidad. Whatever.
You can just find a nice cold patch of hell and lie there.
Oh, that's gonna be the title
It's
of that.
reserved.
Friends Navidad.
I am an inspiration for a title.
Good job. You
Finally.
actually finally, yeah. Like,
Finally.
usually It's usually either John, Gil, or Eli that gets the title.
I'm
With
not.
their
Get a
bad
title?
joke. You do.
Yeah.
Some of your
see
shit.
the last one, but I really hope
got
it was
one on
feedback
that.
fisting.
No, it was the horse with 14 years
Yeah, I'm
old.
pretty mad it wasn't speed back this thing.
No, it was the horse was 14-year-old too.
Remember,
more
that one
joke.
didn't even make the cut. We had to restart.
Oh, yeah.
That's just for a bonus.
Yeah,
clip.
that's right. We did stop recording because you guys don't like what I talk about.
I mean, it was a solid 8
You
minutes
went
of
too
it.
far.
What I want to know is why you don't keep
Past
some
the
of
elbow.
that stuff.
I don't think I would.
I do.
Make a video for
I don't know,
us.
if you went past the elbow,
I
you
do.
went too far.
I am working on something, and it's fucking. I've spent like.
Clearly, once you get to the chin, it's not okay anymore.
Oh
my
shit.
God.
Okay, so we're just gonna run into these trailers. So the
It's gonna
first
be
one
edited out.
No,
Did we do the trailers?
Not
we're
yet.
about to do it right now. We're gonna do Sicario 2, and
Oh.
it.
Were there like 3 of them? 'Cause-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Five.
there weren't very many.
There weren't very many.
Oh, I thought you meant have we already like talked about
Oh,
the
no.
trailers? No, we haven't even really finished what we did this week.
Oh,
Yeah,
and did
we're
you have
barely
anything
editing.
more that you did this week?
I mean, I haven't. No, we just sat here and talked about Christmas for fucking like 20 minutes.
Friendsmas.
Friendsmas.
Whatever.
Friendsmas, yeah.
Yeah.
Friends
Friendsmas.
Navidad.
I will find a cold patch of hell and lie there.
Why you?
Feliz Navidad.
Get away from us.
But like, who is Felicia Navidad, and why do I have to wish her a Merry Christmas?
Bye, Felicia.
Well, you don't have to, but Taco John's does every year.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, now they're celebrating Nachos Navidad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Probably a better holiday, anyways.
I mean,
I'd rather have nachos than be happy.
Wouldn't nachos make you happy?
Like those come hand in hand.
Yeah, usually.
Happiness is overrated. Just
So
give me
Sicario
one.
2, speaking
Happiness
of...
only lasts as long as you're not.
Okay, I know this is going to sound weird. You probably don't know what this means. What does Sicario mean?
What?
Okay. Okay, I just...
No, it
Yeah,
has a
that's
second
probably the most racist thing you've said.
What's the whole title of the
It's
second one?
Sicario 2.
Wasn't there a...
No, it's just
Second
Sicario
part to it?
too.
No, just Sicario 2.
Thought I saw something
I didn't even know there was a first one, so.
It's a very interesting movie. It's a crime. It's a drug crime border patrol drama movie. I think. Yeah.
So,
I don't know, it looks
in other
ac-
words, it's the life and times of Pablo Escobar.
Sure.
I remember the stupid name, but I genuinely don't remember watching the trailer.
Right. So I mean, it's an action movie. It's your
It's because
generic-
it was just a bunch of cars and
Yeah,
dirt
cars and driving.
stuff.
Then we go to the Nutcracker and the Four Realms, and this is a very interesting movie.
See, I don't remember watching this one.
I do because people were talking about the music.
And there are nutcrackers marching.
But that's the thing you remember from the Nutcracker is the fucking music. Like you're not gonna remember anything
Or
else.
I forget all of it. Because fuck the
There's
Nutcracker.
a plug-in right there.
Because, like I said, who knows the legend of it? It's mainly just the music that anyone ever cares about.
I don't give
I
a
don't
fuck
care
about the
about either
legend.
one of those
Yeah,
things.
like, both those things suck. I don't care.
I don't know. Like I think it looks pretty and
No, it
aesthetically.
looks pretty gay.
Does it really?
I don't know. Looks pretty Kevin Spacey.
I
yeah.
feel like they could have used
Oh,
this
you're bringing it
opportunity
back?
for a horror movie. But
I
they
thought
still
that
would have
Well,
butchered
it's a
it.
Disney movie.
Didn't
so
you
that's not gonna
say you
happen.
thought that was where it was gonna go when she was in the
Yeah.
hallway with mirrors?
Because
Yeah.
that music started sounding creepy, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna go horror? No.
No.
Then I saw this from Disney logo.
I just
I'm
know
like, well, this is
personally,
fun.
like I don't know,
Then it
but
went
when we
south.
dragged into it, so it looks pretty. It'll be enjoyable, I guess.
Meh.
Me.
Pretty gay.
Like any like
Kevin
I've come to that
Spacey.
realization. Any cute or animated movie, I'm gonna be dragged to. So bring it.
Be a
Right,
man and
your
say no.
friend. Yeah.
Grow a pair.
I don't
You
mind
just
animated.
I feel like
You
he
just
says
started
that.
your path to puberty.
I feel like
Go
he says
for it.
that he's being dragged to it, but he's like totally like hoping that he gets dragged.
For more than
Jesus
one reason,
Christ.
probably.
Yeah, Ferdinand the Bull
I think
is
it
something I
kills
want to
it.
get dragged to because like that's what
Probably
I,
just wants to see the movies.
Maybe we should rename it to the Roast of Kien.
we have one of those already.
We should add that
Part
to it.
2.
Part 2.
The sequel.
can't handle
So, that movie's gay. Moving on.
Then we go to Ocean's 8.
Also gay.
Yeah, this looks
Moving
really
on.
dumb too.
Very Kevin Spacey.
Well, okay.
Give it
Moving on.
Do you-
8 out of 10 Kevin Spacey.
Can I ask you
I'll give
why?
it 11 out of 10. Kevin
Why
Spacey.
do you like? Okay, is it because you think they're women?
No.
No, okay, good. Because like I was just giving you shit.
I don't want to put
I-
a misogyny warning in the middle of a video anymore.
I literally.
It's in the
Spacey's
disclaimer,
not a
man.
I don't think that the like Ocean's 11 movies are really that good.
Okay.
I actually
And-
never watched them.
I really think this one just looks more boring and generic.
There's a literal actress named Aquafina. That's the only thing I
Yeah.
retain
Yeah.
from
It makes
this.
me feel weird.
I just remember Anne Hathaway talking about her neckless for like 1
And
second.
I've never seen Rihanna act in a movie,
Go watch Battleship.
Yeah.
but like I feel like she's probably
Go
not gonna be
watch
that great.
Valerian.
Go watch
So
Battleship.
she was in Battleship?
So.
Yeah.
She was also in Valerian.
Dude,
What
I
part did
totally
she play in
fucking-
Battleship?
Forgot
One of
Battleship was
the
a
only
movie.
female survivor of the ship.
Yeah.
She's really bad in that.
That movie was
No,
bad.
she's Rihanna.
That
I
movie
mean,
was bad. I don't know what you
I'm
mean.
still under the like position that like singers don't always make great actors.
Yeah.
And
Tupac
for some
did
reason,
good.
like they
Poetic
always have to
justice.
What
fucking.
about Ice Cube?
Eminem did good at
Ice
8
Cube's-
Mile. But of
Oh,
course
no,
it was
Because
like
he's
his
played
life.
himself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I was
like
gonna
Ice-T.
say.
Don't
Well,
let
there's-
Let me
I
finish.
fucking love Ice-T. He's in a metal band.
What about Vanilla Ice?
No, but in a movie though.
Ludacris is alright
He's in fucking Law and Order.
as an actor.
Yeah, Ice-T. is-
Eminem.
That was
no,
about his
because
life.
he was in a fucking movie about himself. Of course he was good in it.
It was
I mean,
basically
he
a
was also
8
in-
Mile.
he was also in
Mile?
the interview.
Oh,
Yeah, because he's
That was like
making fun
a
of
small
himself,
cameo,
yeah.
though.
Eminem.
Still
Yeah.
Or fucking.
Yeah, and
Eminem.
he was only
He played
being
it
interviewed
straight
as
as
Eminem
hell.
still.
Yeah.
Even though he was talking
He was
about being
literally
gay
like
in that scene.
playing himself.
I know.
being
Yeah, and then
himself.
like he was also in Funny People playing himself. So
I mean,
like,
but like, if you know that singers aren't good actors, you would want them to play themselves.
That's true.
yeah.
Like that would be
Like, I'm
like
not
the
gonna
best
have-
position for them to be in.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have Eminem play someone in high school. I'm gonna have him play Eminem.
He was about to be the lead in Southpaw.
Which I'm glad.
Incorrect. I saw a video where he played
I'm
a
not
kid in high
saying
school,
that-
and he did.
That's the
wonders.
best.
I'm not saying that all singers can't be actors. I'm just saying that they just because they're good singers doesn't translate to being good actors.
Just because you have a talent in one field does not make you talented.
All right, so then we run into Stargate Origins.
They might not
and,
even have the talent in the one field either.
Science fiction Indiana Jones.
Their producer does that.
It's gay.
It's
don't
Kevin
know.
To get him to
Spacey.
defend it.
I'm not as into Stargate, so like I've only like seen a little bit of a previous Stargate series.
All I know is that Jason Momoa was in one of them.
I'm sorry, I was spacing off. Stargate's really cool.
And Jay returns.
That's
No,
Jay
no,
Cole.
I'm, well, like, what I know is that
He just perked up.
no, like what I do know is this,
Stargate's gay.
Shut up. No. This is a major thing. Not like fuck off. No.
Yeah, we
Seriously.
can't say gay anymore.
No.
We have to say Kevin Spacey. It's
It's-
roots of the gay
God
community.
damn it. No, seriously, no. But it's the retconning the series is like the I can't remember the fucking name. Is the
So is
chick?
it rebooting it or what?
No, kind of. It's like
They're changing the
the
continuity.
continuity because
Okay.
like the chick doesn't actually chances to start getting to much later in life, and now like she's traveling when she's younger, which is interesting because like she doesn't go through it until she's like an old lady, if I remember right. I remember from watching the TV show.
Originally.
But now she's a younger woman, which is interesting. So like I'm happy to see there's another Stargate TV show coming out. Hopefully it won't flop like Universe did. But
I liked Universe though.
well, Universe picked up after like the last half of the only season picked up. Like the first half was just kind of dead. But I don't know. Like I'm happy. Like I like Stargate, so hopefully it doesn't suck.
It looks
It
interesting.
does. That's about it.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Eli
Bye.
disagrees.
Then we run into Mortal Engines, and man, this movie was fucking weird from what we saw.
We already solved the entire problem of that trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't build retarded vehicles.
I feel like they're trying too hard to be child-friendly,
I
Mad
feel-
Max, and
Yeah, that's what I was
Well,
gonna
we
say,
have
is
no
they're trying
idea
hard to
who's
be-
trying to be child friendly.
No,
It
but they're
didn't
trying
look
too hard to be
very
Mad Max.
child-friendly.
They didn't kill anyone.
I mean,
but it
you
was like
saw,
a
like,
45
one
second.
clip.
I don't know. I
trailer.
feel like it's not child friendly.
All I
based
got
off the
is that
visuals.
Britain is now a giant mobile country that like captures other people to join their country.
Also, I don't understand how Eli made the point actually during the clip.
How the
They-
bigger vehicle moves
Yeah,
faster.
how the fucking giant city-sized vehicle is somehow catching up to the little thing that's like a fucking semi beating a fucking motorcycle off the
I
line.
mean,
like what
to
the
be
fuck?
That was
fair,
right up there with at the beginning. She pulls out the fucking
Binoculars
yeah,
to see
the
that
like
thing.
binocular telescope. And she's like, "That is a city-sized vehicle." Here I
And
thought
it's
it was
right
just a mountain,
beside them.
and then yeah, it's like right there. It's just like really.
to
You
be
didn't see that
fair,
shit?
there are modded semis that are about as fast as motorcycles.
Okay, but that would be comparing a modded semi to a stock bike. You add
Yeah, that's
similar
true.
modding.
But we don't know what kind of vehicle that little one is either.
No.
That could be the gremlin of their
No, but you get a
universe.
vehicle that fucking big, and that thing gets like no miles to the gallon.
Okay, but we also don't know what's powering these vehicles.
Love.
Fucking
Child
nuclear
labor.
engine.
Child labor.
I'm
Child
just
labor.
saying that, like,
There's a movie about that. They're on a train.
if they literally
Yeah.
have...
Snowpiercer.
I don't know.
God
It's
damn
one
it.
where-
Chris Evans.
Yeah, where they're
Snowpiercer.
like the fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love Snowpiercer.
Snowpiercer is the shit. Yeah.
And they
so-
like just take the kids because they're small to work
Yeah,
on the fucking
yeah.
like.
Snowpiercer.
What I'm
Nuclear
saying,
powered
Polar
child.
Express.
what I'm saying
Yeah.
though, is that if they have giant state capital vehicles, I'm pretty
Like a
sure that we
flat
can
tire.
suspend belief a little bit farther to say that the big one could be powered by something bigger. It could have like a small sun inside of it.
Or child labor.
I feel like
Exactly,
Or,
a
yeah.
small son.
Maybe, maybe the little one is just powered by like 20 kids pedaling that thing along, and the big one is like a bunch of adults pedaling it.
But there's just
No, a bunch of adults whipping one boy talking to moving.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it does kind of look weird, but I don't know. It does.
I'm not gonna look weird. But
It does create a lot of interest.
Another disclaimer. We are not for
You
child
know,
labor.
I could suspend my disbelief a little bit more if the setting was the Matrix. That or they, summoned a Megazord. Because if they have all that, why can't they just get a giant robot in the mix?
I'd be down for that. So now we go to some movie news. So a new G.I. Joe film will release in March 27, 2020. A Micronauts film will release in October 16, 2020. Dungeons and Dragons, the movie, will be released July 23rd, 2020.
That
Chiefs
might
Fun,
actually be
and
good.
an entitled
also
trailer
be
film on
fucking
October
terrible.
1st
Yes.
to 2021.
What was that last one?
On an entitled Hasbro film. This is like Hasbro releasing, so they're rebooting G.I. Joe in 2020.
Okay, so right now what you're telling me is Hasbro's trying to throw in
What's wrong,
all
Eli?
their marketing
Tell us how you
properties.
From what it sounds like, I'm assuming they're trying to make an extended universe.
Oh my
See,
god.
it looks like they're gambling, but I feel like they're
I
gonna
feel
lose,
like
just
they're-
like the Dark One.
I feel like they're just trying to get the Rock out of it for if he becomes the president.
I feel like
The
on,
president can't act and be the
Yeah,
president
no,
at the
like,
same time.
If he's the president, then he can't be in a lot of movies anymore.
Transjomers, more than
Well,
me.
I like,
You
for one,
Trans
with the
The
Dungeons
eye?
and Dragons movie, they could literally go anywhere. So
Yeah, but
See-
that last dungeon, the first ever Dungeons and Dragon movie they made was fucking shit.
I don't think
It's
I've
gonna
ever
be
seen it.
bad.
The thing with Dungeons and Dragons is that the game really isn't that great story-wise.
No,
Let's
Actually, that depends on the DM.
The part about the game that's great is the
Because you
fact
make your
that
own story.
you
Let-
make your own
well, like-
story and then you involve everyone in it in a
Sometimes your
way.
story involves people cutting your fucking hand off
That was your fault.
for no apparent
I never
reason.
did. I was
To
dead
be
by that
fair, I
point.
didn't want to do that.
I was.
To be fair, I get tired of you doing stupid shit
But
and then
God
not
said
having
it would
any
be funny.
consequences.
But
about it.
I think that depending on the DM who writes the story, it could be an amazing story. Like you can, it depends.
Let
And
them take
also,
It's gonna be
like,
full of fucking slapstick humor like every other
unfortunately, it probably will be terrible. But I'm saying
See,
it has potential.
One thing that I think would make for a great Dungeons and Dragons story is if they go about it like it is a game, and as it is
Like
as a
Jumanji?
game. No, not like that.
So they open a board game and then they get trapped in
I'm at
Dungeons
the
and
new-
Dragons.
Okay,
coming out.
here's what I'm like. If I was gonna make a Dungeons and Dragons movie, this would be the theme. Take like
Dungeons and Dragons.
literally like a couple of
Dungeons?
kids and like start the game out as like just them starting, or start the movie out as like them just playing the game, and then like instead of having the movie of them like playing the game for fucking like 2 hours or whatever,
Like we do on our
then like
podcasts.
going to the fucking
Yeah.
world.
Yeah,
And then-
yeah,
like it's.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's what it's gonna be. It's
It's
gonna
gonna
happen.
be
Except
either
for
that or just
they
a
need
fucking
to make-
fantasy and
except
horror
for-
movie.
It's not just gonna be like a YouTube video of
No.
people playing.
The thing that's wing with what they're probably gonna do about it if they do it that way,
They're gonna do
is they're
awkward
gonna
pauses.
make it a really serious storyline.
That's
and
what I was
that's-
gonna say. Is
Like they need to make it how people actually play Dungeons and
'Cause
Dragons.
they
some
need-
people do play it really.
Some
serious.
people do play it really serious,
And then you have
but some of the
Bro
best
Quest.
Bro Quest.
games are where it just kind of is like a mixture of it being serious
See, and I
and a
fucking love
mixture of
Dungeons
dick
and
jokes.
Dragons, but I am.
I do
not,
too.
I'm not so sure how I feel
See.
about the movie. If they have a good enough
Yeah.
budget and they come up with a good story, it could be a good movie.
Like if they did it, like did any of you watch The Community?
yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
love
like,
the community,
they had an
man,
episode or two in that.
about Dungeons and
Yeah,
Dragons
and
because
I
Dan
think-
Harmon's a huge
Just-
fan.
And I
Stupid
think
shit.
that
Yeah.
would work a lot better if they like would have to do that. Like it's going to a serious fight, and then there's that awkward pause, and it's the kids like what do we do? Or like
Punch
he's
you in
like
the throat and move on.
that was like a misroll. He's like that was a misroll. I read it wrong, and then like
Honestly, at this point, I feel like kids would be unbelievable. It would have to be like a group of like middle-aged men.
Yeah.
I would do like maybe
So us.
College
slightly
kids.
older teenagers. or
yeah,
something.
college kids of some sort.
A bro
I mean,
quest.
I'd be
do like
down to
30-year-old
fucking
fat
play a
ass.
D&D like that.
That could work
I
too.
enjoy the game.
No.
They made a
need to
movie
get at
where,
least
like,
I really
one
want to
big
play some
budget
fucking
actor in
Dungeons and
there.
Dragons now, you
So do
faggots.
I.
Can we get back into that?
No.
I mean, obviously, but we probably have to start a new quest.
I did ever since I looked over and seen the
Yeah, but I mean, we
sheets.
can like before we.
I mean, if you guys want to start a new quest next week, I'll write something up.
I want to start a new quest next week. Let's make characters after we're done.
Okay.
He's just pissed because he lost an arm.
Yeah, I don't want to lose a hand again, and I'm gonna
Well,
be more.
then stop doing stupid shit all the time. I'm tired of you punching people and not having any consequences for
Wait,
it.
is
Because I have a
Yeah.
ridiculously strong
Okay.
roll every time. I'm sorry.
It's not even that. You just like literally like make an OP Goku character and are all like, I'm Goku, except I'm not Goku.
At least you're not dead like
I
me
can't
and
say
Gil
much.
are.
My character was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
But at least I gave him anger issues where he just beats corpses
Yeah.
for like 4 turns straight.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, I'm dying. He's like, I'm not done yet.
Goblin pissed
that's
me
why
off.
I gave you consequences. You did something stupid, so you lost an arm.
Let's not forget we egged him on to do it.
Yeah, I really didn't want to.
Granted, I'm just saying that like sometimes losing an arm in D&D is like better for your character.
Yeah,
You could
You
find
could
it.
literally just shove a sword in it.
Yeah,
Or
but then
like,
I don't.
yeah, where the
Yeah, but then I don't have a duel. Then I don't have my. I don't have my.
You
I
can
don't have my
also
fury of
shove
blows
something
anymore because my
else
sword
there.
is just my weapon.
Stunts.
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say.
you could just go fucking Ash versus Evil Dead and tie a chainsaw to that bitch.
Well, I mean, there's chainsaws in your D&D continuity.
Well, you could,
Yeah.
Rogue One director Garth
Chainsaw
Edwards
sword.
thought The Last Jedi's crate battle, the final battle scene, was very similar to tone and aesthetics to his spin-off's final battle scene.
What?
Now, what final battle, like,
The battle on Utah was similar to his battle at the end of Rogue One, which I
no,
think is
because the battle
bullshit.
at Rogue
No.
One was interesting and
And
cool.
everyone
Yeah,
died.
I agree with
The
that.
one on Utah was like,
Everyone
Skywalker
had
should
to
be like,
live.
ooh, I'm not here.
Yeah,
Force
one-
Ghost.
one thing that I think Rogue One did really well was showing like an actual like
Fight.
trooper to trooper battle.
Yeah, because if I recall, that was like my complaint about the movie was that they had a great opportunity for that because they had all the
Yeah.
guys in the trenches outside,
And they didn't use them for anything.
and then they just never did
They
it.
didn't even kill
No,
off Carrie
no,
Fisher.
they shot.
I
They
mean,
shot. but
instead they
didn't
were
do
like,
anything.
look at these 7 guys, or like 13 people on these shit ass vehicles. As they
Yeah.
go out there. It's like,
And let's
yeah.
fight for
Obligatory
love and not for
spoiler
hate.
alert.
Yeah, you know, spoiler alert.
But if you haven't seen the movie by now, fuck you anyway.
Yeah.
Star Wars fan Henry
Yeah,
Walsh.
pretty much. Let's be honest here. By the end of that movie, Snoke isn't half the man he used to be.
Oh my god.
He is exactly half the man that he used to be.
Was he ever mad?
Ooh, that's a.
I've heard some theories that he was a clone.
I've heard theories that
Some
he
pretty
was a
interesting
Trump.
ones.
A Trump.
Maybe he was actually just Django Fett.
Star Wars fan theory
It's
Henry.
all fucked
Star
up.
Wars fan Henry Walsh launches a petition to have Rian Johnson's Star Wars: The Last Jedi erased from Lucasfilm's official canon.
Okay, what?
What?
I feel like there are a decent amount of people that would call for this.
Yeah, there's like 2,000 signatures already.
Jesus. It's not like it's gonna
Not
get
as
anything
many as I would've
accomplished.
thought, but-
I mean, it's just people have to actually come and say.
People
Yeah,
are
that's
fucking.
true.
People
So
are.
who started that?
Some guy named Henry Walsh. It's probably some nerd in his basement. Like,
We just gave him
I don't-
fame.
I
Well,
mean, it's no worse
for
than some of the
our
things that
15
were in the
listeners.
extended universe, so I can deal with it.
right?
Yeah.
and I think this is
Although
ridiculous.
some of the things in the extended universe are really good.
Yeah, they were really good, like fucking Revan.
Yeah. Revan's pretty badass.
God, you are just a dick boner
Dude,
for
Revan's
Revan.
Because
fucking
it's so
amazing.
good. It's a good storyline that they could do that's not the fucking Skywalkers.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Revan's literally one of the better expanded universes storylines too.
Right.
So
Well,
Get
there
the
you go.
Mandalorians
Pitch a
in
script.
there, they look all cool, that sells toys.
So this is an interesting thing. Early concepts had the idea that there was Force ghosts for the Sith side.
I mean, there are.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be
In
surprised.
Legends, there are.
yeah, it's not canon anymore,
It's
but
like,
Like I thought, I wish they would have had that because then like, would Darth Vader still be a Sith ghost or would he just still stay a Force ghost?
Didn't they answer that in the last one?
Yeah. based on
It is.
No.
Hi, it's Jay again.
Shut the fuck
It
up.
is canon actually in the last season of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which
Oh,
is
you're
all
right,
Clone Wars
yeah.
is canon. They had Darth
Bane.
Bane, and he was
Yeah.
a Force ghost, so
Yeah,
it's
see?
canon.
'Cause
Goodbye again.
Yoda talks shit.
Jay just interjects. And that was Jay's interjection.
Well, it goes along.
Darth Bane Ghost is actually in quite a bit of shit.
It literally just goes along the lines of like the dark side is still part of the Force, It's just
Right.
the other side of the Force.
Right, and I think that would
Like,
be
it's
interesting.
not really that different.
It would be weird if, like, I mean, just if they kept the canon now and they had, like, Darth Vader have a face-to-face with Kylo Ren, since he, like, right before he died, Vader kind of, like, went back.
Yeah, back to good. I don't want him to redeem Kylo Ren, though.
I don't either.
But it does, like, since Yoda was in this one, it makes me go, what are they doing? Like, Yoda takes the time to help Luke, I guess, but, like, what are the rest of them doing?
Well,
He also took time to burn a tree.
Yeah.
Force ghosts just go around committing random acts of arson.
I believe Ben Kenobi is actually on safari right now.
He's on retirement.
And Anakin is probably spying on people in Satan.
They kill off all the characters that are still alive.
Right.
And
So-
even some that aren't.
Rain Johnson confirmed Star Wars Last Jedi never included a big Phasma storyline. Given
I'm
how
gonna
much
put
else
$10
happens.
saying Luke Skywalker comes back in the next movie as a Force Ghost. Also,
You'd probably be right.
You are probably
I don't know,
right.
absolutely.
that's gonna bother me a lot.
Okay, if Mark Hamill is contracted to do another movie, then yes.
He is.
Otherwise,
I feel
don't
like they're
think he.
probably not going to tell us.
No, they won't. But if he's not, I don't think he wants to come back at all.
I don't think
Because
he does
he's
either.
he had like the
pissed.
next story was like he did have creative differences for Luke's character in this
Yeah.
movie.
Well, he's probably pretty upset that Luke Skywalker didn't really do anything.
It was kind of a douche.
I mean,
He was kind of a douche.
He's just a grumpy old man now.
you can kind of understand his point, though.
I mean, yeah, but it kind of makes sense. That he's
Yeah.
No, I would 100% agree with you,
Most
but
old
like,
men are grumpy. When you're that close to dying, there's not much to be happy about.
yeah, like I
mean,
think that's
the
like
sweet
my
embrace of death.
yeah, but like that's like my one thing about that movie though is that like Luke, like I just love that first scene after he gets the lightsaber. He's just like, oh fuck this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like looks at it, he's like, fuck.
Spoilers
I mean, that's like
again.
And
they
then
should already know. We never left the topic.
And then immediately I saw the porgs playing with it, and I'm wondering, is he gonna turn it on and burst his own face?
That's what I thought too.
Let's
Yeah,
see
when
that
everybody
happen.
gasped in the theaters, I was like, "Stop getting worried! I want it to happen."
I hate the porgs. I
To
know.
be fair,
They were terrible.
they
They
ended
were
up
terrible.
frying it later on.
Yeah, but he never ate it either.
Okay,
Did
but
you-
you don't actually know if Chewbacca was eating porgs.
He
He
was.
was.
He was though,
Because
How
the
do we know
porgs
they
were
were
surrounding
Because-
him.
because he chose not to eat it after looking at them.
Yeah.
Is that what that was?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
He had a roast porg, and then he was looking at the other
And then they were giving him sad faces.
Yeah, I just thought they looked like chickens.
Yes, they were.
That's because they're just like fucking gerbil chickens.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
I just don't understand why they were just like sitting around like watching him eat their friends. Like,
Yeah.
let
Well,
him
run
run
away.
away. Life at that
Zero
point.
fight or flight.
What I was wondering is, why did they see this guy become a murderer of their people and automatically just wander around a
Yeah.
ship?
And then
Yeah.
they befriend him later.
This
'Cause
guy
they're
looks like
dumb
someone we should
fucking
hang around.
animals.
I mean, to be fair,
To be fair, they probably
he
have no
didn't-
natural predator on that island. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Besides
I mean,
the
unless-
weird nun bitches.
Or unless
They
Luke wants to
discovered
kill
one
him.
and they fucking stuck around. That
those
that is Darwinism right there.
those sentient fucking creatures on that island that like take care of anything reminded me out of shit just straight out of the Dark Crystal. I was so terrified.
dude, have you heard they're bringing that movie back
Yeah.
to the theaters? I'm
God,
really
I hate
excited.
that movie.
Yeah,
Really?
the Dark Crystal
Yeah.
and The
Why?
Room is getting a theatrical
Nobody cares
nationwide
about the Room.
release.
Stop
Yeah.
Oh
talking about
boy.
it. Anyways,
We're
what?
gonna go see
Yeah,
that movie?
we don't have to watch
No,
with
why don't
subtitles.
you like fucking Dark Crystal?
God, it's
Wait, has the
it's so
Disaster
weird.
Artist came
And
out
as a
yet?
kid, it scared me. What?
The
Really?
Disaster
Yeah.
Artist, has that come out yet?
The one who's just
I mean-
like.
I guess I saw it as a kid too,
Shit.
but I really liked it
No.
because I just like the way it looks.
You know, they actually had to like dumb it
Look it up,
down
fuck it.
because it was too scary.
Mm-hmm. I don't
Still
know.
fucking
I
scary.
really like it.
So it just
It
it
looks
makes
really
you
great.
feel awkward, doesn't it?
No,
watching
it is.
That and in the time I grew up, you gotta realize I was dealing with stuff like the prequels. So when I watched The Dark Crystal, I was also like, this looks shitty. Which I realize now, it's like, that was all like puppetry and real effects. That's really cool. Still looks shitty. But,
Yeah.
He can appreciate the effort though.
but
I don't know,
I was
like-
over here like watching 300. They were shoving people off cliffs,
Yeah.
and it was like
Sparta.
Dark Crystal. It was just like puppet hands and shit.
I can totally get like you thinking that it's scary though, because there was a lot of kids when that movie came out that were
Fucking
like
crab monsters.
thinking
man.
that thing was gonna be straight up just like a
It
kids
was,
movie.
no, it was marketed as a kids
It really was, and then it was really, really creepy as compared to any other type of kids
Title
movie.
did
Especially
call
since
it
it
dark.
came from Jim Henson.
Yeah,
Wait, it came from Jim Henson.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is fantastic.
That's why it was like marketed as like a kids movie,
Yeah.
and people were like, "Oh, it'll be great." And
I'd
it
like to
was
see a
holy
Kermit
shit.
the Frog. I'd like to see a Muppets Dark Crystal crossover
It'd be pretty
now.
cool. They just eat all of them.
The Muppets eat them.
Oh no, that's not what would happen.
Kermit, no!
So
yes.
Gambit begins production next March, and its budget is $155 million.
What is?
Gambit.
Gay. That's the most Kevin Spacey thing of all time.
You
I
don't.
like Gambit.
I do also
Gambit
like
is a
Gambit.
very Kevin Spacey character.
You don't like his like Cajun accent?
No,
How
I
about
actually-
y'all gonna do that right there?
I've never liked
Is it
Gambit.
bad of me that I actually enjoy the theatrical Gambit that we've seen
Yes,
over
it is
the
very
fucking
bad.
animated
Yes.
Gambit? I
I really don't think that Gambit's all that terrible. Mostly because he's not in it that much.
Yeah.
But
I don't
I recently watched the
You're talking about
X-Men
X-Men Origins Gambit,
Origin.
right?
yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
I didn't like, or I liked that. I like that Gambit more than I've been watching like the X-Men animated series.
I
And
like
Yeah,
that
that's the
Gambit a lot.
one I don't like.
I don't
Which
like
one
that
are we-
Gambit.
Which
much
one are we
I
talking
think
about
that
here?
Gambit is just a little bit over the top, like probably the original one, more than likely.
Yeah.
The
And-
hyper aesthetic '90s Gambit with like the fucking hat face mask.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
I think that that
trench coat.
Gambit
Yeah,
is
it's
just
so
like a
terrible.
little over the top on everything. That Gambit bothers me a lot because he's like a white Cajun, like super white.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's more like red skinned
They
than that.
changed the
No,
powers
he's white.
a
He's-
lot.
He's straight up like pale.
Yeah.
That's also
He's
Yeah.
pretty white.
They also changed up the powers between that and like the Origins character
Yeah.
a lot. And
Yeah,
I like
like Gambit's powers in the animated series were like
Plasma
he
cards.
literally was like he hyper activates kinetic energy like with anything, so it makes sense
It basically turns anything that he touches into a
into
bomb.
a bomb. So it makes sense like he can touch a table and flip it.
I know,
and,
but
like-
he throws cards. I just think that's retarded.
'Cause I don't know, like I thought that
I
was
mean,
cool.
I mean,
They're
if you can turn him into a
bombs.
bomb,
They're
Yeah, they're
inex-
bomb playing cards.
And
No,
they're
but, like,
inexpensive.
You know
can
how
replace
fucking
cards so easy.
no, but why would he even need to throw cards if it's like, oh, they're in that room and he fucking touches the wall and it blows outwards and kicks their ass?
Because
But
sometimes
what if
you
it
need a
doesn't just
projectile.
blow outwards?
Let's be honest here, Eli.
What if it blows everywhere?
Who
In the
gives a
night,
shit?
no. Also, in
I
the
mean,
90s,
maybe the people standing on the other side of the wall.
Eli, in the 90s, there were people who were like, let's make the most edgy character we can. He's gonna have a bow staff and throw playing
He's
cards.
gonna be fucking Kevin Spacey as hell. Ugh,
So,
it's terrible.
leaked
I mean,
audition
you can
tapes.
not like Gambit, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't.
Leaks
It's
of
not
the
as bad as liking the prequels.
Spider.
Liking Gambit is worse than liking the prequels.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
So, there is rumors that Gwen Stacy is going to be in the next Spider-Man movie.
Nuh-uh, because she fell on the concrete and broke her head.
And her what?
What?
She
Broke-
did.
She broke her head.
She did. She not
done.
alive anymore.
She fell down the stairs and she broke her head.
She with the
Who are
Lord
you
now.
talking?
We should rest in peace.
You fucking weirdos. So, do you think that that's gonna be a thing, or do you think that? Would
Are you
Is
talking
she
about
Black
in
Cat?
like a sequel to the Spider-Man Homecoming?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I forget, is she Black Cat?
No.
No.
No,
She's
that's
the blonde-haired girl that
That's
Emma
Felicia
Stone
Hardy.
played, and when Peter saved her, her spine snapped, and like it cracked.
Well, that's in the comics.
Yeah.
In the Amazing Spider-Man movie, the story is that she hits the ground.
Oh.
Like he doesn't stop her in time, and she like
Oh.
literally hits the ground.
Oh, okay.
But like,
It's a little less morbid, but I don't like it as much.
well, what happens in the comics is like the Green Goblin drops her off the bridge,
And the
and
whiplash.
he webs her, and the whiplash from just like stopping instantly like snaps her neck.
which is way cooler,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
but back to
That's why
Gwen
you make
Stacy
nets
being
underneath them instead.
back to Gwen Stacy being in the next Spider-Man movie. I honestly don't care.
Instead of putting
Like-
nets underneath them, put Ned underneath them.
We've literally
Shut
seen
the fuck up.
both like fucking Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy in the fucking
Spider-Man
movies, and I honestly just don't care about like Spider-Man's love interest.
That's good.
No, but like, are you sure Gwen Stacy isn't Black Cat?
Yeah, that's Felicia Hardy.
Felicia Hardy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're fucking right. Yeah, then I don't care either.
So MGM's animated movie take on the Addams Family is now slated to hit the screens in October 2019.
I don't already have an animated Addams Family.
They had a cartoon.
They also had two
Cartoons
live-action
like
Addams Family movies, which
Yeah.
I liked.
I just don't.
Universal's Cowboy Ninja Viking adaptation starring Chris Pratt will start shooting in Vancouver, British Columbia in
Cowboy
June 20.
what?
He's a cowboy ninja Viking. Just
Those things contradict.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very much.
Well, not incredibly that much.
They do.
Next, you're gonna say he's a cowboy Indian.
That would be contradictory.
Netflix has ordered the sequel to Bright, their $90 million cop and orcs fantasy starring Will Smith and Joel Edgerton. So they're making a sequel to Bright.
Already?
John.
Has it received positive?
There's like, it's pretty mixed on like reviews. I think Rotten Tomatoes gave it a pretty shitty score.
Yeah, I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes sometimes.
As I
What
said,
about
the real
Metacritic?
question is, does anyone
What's that?
care
What about
it?
Metacritic though?
I don't know, I haven't checked, but it's pretty mixed in terms of what's the word I'm looking for?
I'm pretty
Like
sure.
audience wise.
For the record, I'm pretty sure Rotten Tomatoes gave the Emoji Movie a good rating.
No.
So.
No,
It's
that was like
actually
the
one
lowest
of the lowest ratings
rated
they've ever
movie,
given
yeah,
anything.
Oh, okay.
Like if you look at Rotten Tomatoes, like top 5 worst ratings,
The
I think
Emoji
Emoji Movie's like number 2.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right down there with Meta.
That scares me as to what's
Yeah.
number 1 then.
I'm not really sure.
Like if the Emoji Movie is number
Mano's Hands of
2.
Fate.
It might actually be.
It is.
Awful movie.
Mono's
Would
Hands
not
of Fate.
recommend it.
What is that about?
It's a really
Hands of
old
Fate.
movie, and it is goddamn dumb.
So
It was on
Disney
Mystery Science
Disney
Theater.
and director Kenneth Branagh cast Artemis Fowl for their movie adaptation and confirms other key casts in the film. Josh Gad, Judi Dench, Laura McDowell. So they're making an Artemis Fowl movie. I'm pretty excited. I don't know about you guys.
but
I'm not. Like, I enjoyed the books, but those were like, and they might actually turn into a good movie because it's one of the book series that I read that I didn't think would make a good movie, and all the ones that I thought would make a good movie, they turned into a shitty movie.
That's a pretty
so.
solid point, actually.
But
I never
do
liked the books much.
they have awesome hats?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Then yeah, it might be a good movie.
God damn you and your awesome fucking hats.
That ain't much.
I mean, The Matrix was just missing one thing. They had the look aesthetic, except a hat.
A TV spin-off for Taika Waititi. God, I fucking hate this guy's name.
Taika Waititi?
Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi.
Oh, Taiko!
Taiko Waititi.
Maori, so that's not how that's
Taika
supposed to
Waititi.
sound.
Who cares? Taiko
Other
Waititi.
than Taika, why not titties?
Yeah. So vampire comedy, What We Do in the Shadows, one mocking police reality shows will premiere in New Zealand next year. I really like What We Do in the Shadows, so I really hope that this is really good. Cause
I don't like what you do in the shadows.
We all know what you do in the shadows.
Yeah, I'm not a
It's
huge fan of what
disgusting.
you do in the shadows.
Oh, you're talking about What I Do in the Shadows, yeah.
It's disgusting.
The Netflix true crime cocaine drama Narcos makes a big casting announcement for season 4.
Kevin
Diego
Spacey.
Luna and Michael Pena are set to star. Diego Luna was in Rogue One, and Michael Pena is the annoying guy from Ant-Man.
But are they
Oh.
still going to have a bunch of
What
drugs,
is it?
Yes.
sex, and rock and
Narcos.
roll?
Yeah.
No, that's an
I think
FX
they can
show.
both do good enough.
So The Walking Dead actor star Chandler Riggs suggests despite the hopes of running for decades, AMC's popular zombie show may only have a few seasons left.
Good.
Good.
But yeah,
Oh,
I was kind of
more
hoping
than
for
one.
maybe like 1 or 2.
I was hoping for
but-
none.
Yeah. That season can go ahead and fucking die.
So
I
It had a good run.
I fell
It had
off
a
The
good
Walking Dead after season 4.
I think I made it into season 5.
I never watched it.
I just never
fuck
wanted
that.
to.
It was whenever they introduced the cannibals for that one episode.
Yeah, because we had
the
that
dude's
talk.
leg.
Do you think that The Walking Dead is gonna end soon, or do you think that it'll keep going?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it should.
I kind of lost it after Don't Dead Open Inside.
If I think they're in a place now where ending it either like in the next season or the season after would be a really good idea. Like it would make for a good conclusion like what happened recently in the mid-season finale would make for a good conclusion, like set up to a conclusion, either to happen at the end of this actual season or the end of the next one. It could still work to do one more season after the next one, but I think
Man, I think it's losing steam.
I think it
it's-
lost steam.
Yeah.
It did. It really did lose a lot of steam, but I think it picked up a decent amount again.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
Like when you start to get, I think what happened is a lot of people got burned out from the zombie thing.
So then
Because
they added cannibals.
yeah,
Because it's
basically.
totally different.
But a lot of the recent seasons have been people versus people, so there really isn't a whole lot of zombie to it anymore. It's mostly like people versus people in a zombie world. So
What
that's-
That's
seasons have
because
there
they
been going on?
prequel.
yeah, exactly. Like
By this time, they've been dealing with zombies for so long that they've found it
You'd
efficient.
think they would have killed them all.
well, I mean, they haven't really left Georgia, as
Well,
far as we know.
But I mean,
Georgia?
as long
Yeah.
as they're. The thing is that since with their
It starts out in Atlanta.
with their canon, they could potentially never run out of zombies as long as they continue to populate and people continue to die. They're never going to run out of zombies.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Unless they just fucking shoot everybody
I
in
just-
the head as soon as they.
I really
You just
think
die of like cancer, you become a zombie.
A
yeah,
cancer
if
zombie.
anybody dies basically just like without like some sort of wound to the brain, they're already like infected.
If you die of like muscle dystrophy,
Then you became.
a zombie,
Then
you
you
can't
become a
move.
very shitty
You become
zombie.
a limp zombie.
So what about the future generations? Are they just automatically infected? 'Cause
Yeah.
There's-
I
feel
think it's in
like
the air.
There's a
somewhere along the line,
I think-
community would develop.
That's one of the current fan theories. Is that's how the show's going to end? Is that the future generations are like built an immunity because their parents have the like infection.
That
Okay.
would make sense. I could buy that.
I
They
just
should've
feel
done that
I
like
just
2
feel like
seasons ago,
using
but I could buy that.
I feel like using that for an ending
Is it
would-
Deus Ex Machina?
would no, it would just drag the series
So
on.
you've been
for too
you've been
long.
keeping up with it, right?
Yeah.
Has the because they had the baby they were carrying around for a while. Is it like a kid now?
It's like a toddler.
That seems inconvenient.
Yeah, but they don't really show her that much, so
Oh, okay.
they used her a little bit in this season so far, but not crazy much
Okay.
outside of that. Basically, they just got another baby, so and they've got another baby like coming soon.
Maggie's.
Yeah.
NBC is reportedly moving forward with the plans to revive The Office, the sitcom, without Steve Carell.
Wait, without Steve Carell?
Without
Yeah.
Steve Carell.
Well, then what the fuck's the point?
I didn't even like The Office. With
I like
Steve
The
Carell.
Office. Like I
You
even,
are wrong.
I even like The Office without Steve
That
Carell. It
show-
still
Dude,
works.
Steve
It's-
Carell is great in everything that he's in.
You're
And
not
some
wrong,
things
but
that
that
he's
doesn't
not
make The
in.
Office good.
Eli isn't allowed to have opinions anymore.
Like,
he likes the
Steve Carell
prequels. He
is
hates
funny.
The
Doesn't like
Office.
Office.
Steve Carell is funny, but The Office is not.
Jay.
For those of you who didn't hear that,
Go fuck yourself, Eli.
So HBO's and Damon Lindelof are working on a Watchmen TV series and are set to filming the pilot this March.
Saturday morning Watchmen.
No.
I mean, it could be good.
So
I
the-
think Watchmen would definitely do better as a TV series,
and
that's coming
didn't
from
mind the
someone
movie.
who likes the movie.
The
I-
only
the
problem
movie
is
was
that
okay.
they won't be able to get Dr. Manhattan's massive schlong on TV.
Yes, they
Oh,
can.
yes,
it's
they
HBO.
will.
It's
Oh,
HBO.
shit.
Yeah.
They
That's
can
all over the
totally
place.
get his
It's just
obelisk
like how
blues
Netflix can totally say
schlong.
fuck his
I could not eat a rocket
want.
pop for like a couple of months after that movie.
That's
They
one
get
thing I
bomb
really
pops.
enjoy
They're
about
red,
the
white,
ranch.
and blue.
What?
That's one thing I do enjoy about the ranch is since it's a Netflix special, they don't have to censor
Yeah, I
anything.
swear.
They'll say something, and someone will just one of the lines will just be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like
I have seen a lot of complaints about the Bright's use of cursing.
Really?
Yeah, which
Well-
surprises me because it's rated TV mature.
Did Will
Yeah.
Smith
So,
curse?
yeah, he says fuck a lot.
Oh!
I'm pretty sure
He didn't
that
even swear in his
I'm
raps.
pretty sure he dropped the N-bomb a couple times even.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, in defense of that statement, his rap career didn't exactly go anywhere either.
Yeah.
It's because he didn't
It
swear.
led him to a
Right.
TV show.
It led him to saying in all of his raps, "Woohoo, yahaw."
Ah.
To be fair, I mean, the Fresh Prince theme song's pretty lit.
It's okay.
You can get that on Spotify.
Born and raised.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man.
Yeah, everybody knows it.
I'm actually
so it's
surprised
kinda
with how much shit is on Spotify.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit on
Like-
Spotify.
Epic rap battles of history.
Yeah, like earlier
Really?
this
Really?
week, I literally just felt like listening to Star Wars music. Found a playlist with every single soundtrack. From
Yeah.
all the movies in it.
I have that
Great.
under my sex list.
Oh my god.
I see. I just
Star
keep
Wars
the
music?
Imperial March for that.
Oh my god.
Yes,
I feel like I should just start like a Star Wars a cappella group.
That's been our podcast. Thank you guys. Have a good night.